Hi, my name is Savannah Taylor, and I'm going to talk to you about 3 types of coffee and their brewing methods. We live in a very fast-paced life, and the knowledge of coffee is vital for our just daily living. As being a college student, that is something that we need. We need caffeine every day, every morning, every day. Our first one that we're going to talk about is just a drip method. The drip is just a common filtration system that you have in your household. We usually brew it with filters. You have 2 types of filters. We have a filter that is disposable, and we have one that's non-disposable. The disposable filters, usually they're paper, and it's best to rinse those underwater so you get the paper taste right out of it. Brew better coffee at home tells us to rinse them. We use our coffee in here. We use ground coffee. As y'all can see, I have tons of coffee everywhere. This is also a system that's easy to use because you can set it up the night before and it can be already ready for you the next day. So it's quick and it's easy for you the next morning. Next system is going to be a single pod use. This one you really need to use a filtrated water system in it. Use filtrated water or bottled water in it. These use single pods. Usually you see an espresso as I have here, or you'll see a Keurig. They all have many different types of flavors that you can use for these. They have espresso, they have coffee, they have tea, they have hot chocolate. The systems here are amazing because these are a no-wait system. You can go in there, turn it on, heat it up, and have your coffee ready for you instantly. The last one that we're going to talk about is just a French press. The French press is very vital because it is the best tasting coffee that you'll get. You usually do freshly ground coffee. I have a grinder here, and we have whole beans here that we freshly grind our coffee with. We usually heat our water up with just a regular old heater. You can use water from your microwave or anything like that, but this is what we use. The coffee origin, process, and roast and degree affects the temperature. About 190 degrees to about 203 degrees is the right temperature by Scott Rayo. That's what he recommends, so that's kind of what we do at our home. This one takes a little bit longer. It's about a 10-minute system, just because after you put your coffee in, you let it sit there and soak for about 4 minutes, and that's another about 4 minutes for this, and then you have a couple minutes and you press down and leave it for 2. So it's about a 10-minute system for this. So this is a little bit longer, but this is definitely the best tasting coffee that you'll get. We have learned now about 3 types of coffee and what to use for them. The goal of this was to inform you about the coffee systems, the types of coffee to use for them, and the appropriate brewing methods so that you can have your caffeine in the morning nice and easy and get that shot in your arm to go in the morning. For those of us that think that the idea of coffee was the brown dark stuff that's just in the can, like we see here, that is wrong. There's a man that said, Freeman, he posted about that. He reminded us that the coffee comes from a fruit. After hearing this, it made me want to dive deeper and to learn more about coffee, as I hope that you do too.